My name is Michael Mastro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we wanted to look at the chart for Clive Davis. May he rest in peace. Um, Music executive, lawyer, credited with discovering such greats as Whitney Houston, Janis Joplin, Santana, Springsteen, etc. If you look to the eastern horizon when he was born, now this was a rectified chart, we don't know exact time of birth, you would see the constellation associated with Virgo rising at 5 degrees. First, we're going to see how the planets are operating, then when they're operating, and what could be done to strengthen the chart. So, first off, any multicona sign in the sixth house, the eighth house, or the 12th house, um, the ruler of those signs can be challenging when it's aspecting or conjunct in the transit chart or the birth chart another planet. So we have challenging sun, uh, and it's ruling the 12th house. 12th house gives the ability to take on different roles as a lawyer, a music executive, a visionary, discovering many talented musicians, often called the kingmaker. Um, so it gives them those executive abilities. Then we have weak affected by Saturn moon. Moon is ruling the house of income. So it gives income through, it's placed in the house of partnerships. So partnerships with all these famous musicians. Then we have challenging Mars. Mars gives ability to research talent and also some causes some friction between some of his. There was a feud with Kelly Clarkson. Um, uh, then we have weak placement infant Mercury. Mercury is placed in the eighth house. So again, gives this analytical ability to analyze and promote different musicians, see the detail of their music and do detailed research on their talent. And it's also the prime health indicator, and so Mercury is associated with a respiratory system, and he did die of respiratory issues and also had Bell's palsy. Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter ruling the house of home life and happiness, um, and is placed in the house of fulfillment of desires. So his purpose was to help others and himself attain their dreams. Big, huge influence in the music industry. Um, Again, called the Kingmaker. Then Venus, ruling the house of wealth, probably his strongest planet. Wealth through entertainment, appreciating artistry, music. Then challenging Saturn, ruling the house of health and conflict, placed in the house of creativity. So, yeah, so connecting his healing, his ability to um, find healing music to help other people, um, to serve other people, and finding fulfilling their dreams. Then we have challenging Rahu and Ketu, learning to balance his needs with the needs of others. Ketu is causing a little bit of confusion with his identity. He was married a couple times and then became bisexual. Then we have looking at the timing of events, 1965, his first divorce during a Saturn period. Saturn rules the house of divorce. In 1967, he worked for Columbia Records, discovered Janis Joplin, Billy Joel, Santana, Springsteen, all during Venus period. Venus, again, appreciating artists for their entertainment abilities, uh, ruling the House of Wealth. And then in 1973, he got fired from Columbia during a Rahu period. unexpected events. Rahu was sitting in that partnership house. 1974, he started Arista Records with Whitney Houston, Barry Manilow, Aretha Franklin, Grateful Dead, etc. Again, during a Venus period, recognizing artistry, entertainment. 85, he got a divorce, second divorce, then determined he was bisexual. This is all during a K2 period. K2, the node of endings. And then he was knocked out of Arista Records also during a K2 period. He got nominated in 2003 to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and started J Records with Alicia Keys and some others during a Jupiter period. Jupiter bringing happiness, in extending his influence. 2007, there was a feud with Clarkson. I can't remember over some music during a K2 period, causing some issues, legal issues. Then 2008, he was replaced by Sony during a Mars period. Mars bringing big transformation and change. 2021, he had determined to have Bell's palsy during a Rahu period, unexpected events again. And he passed away June 22nd, 2026, of respiratory failure. This is during a Rahu Mars period. And if you look at the transit chart, circular transit chart on the left, you see the inner planets are the inner circles where the natal planets were, and the outer circles where the transit planets were at the time of death. You can see that Rahu and K2 are at 7 degrees, just 2 degrees from the rising sign degree. So that means that they have maximum impact and they are afflicting the sixth house of health, the eighth house of longevity, and the 12th house of end of life. What could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, he was involved in all kinds of charity work, so this prolonged his life. I think he was 93. And that charities transformed Rahu, K2, Sun, Saturn, and Mars. The rest of the planets could be strengthened with my favorite remedy, a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata yantras and mantras for his benefic planets. If you'd like to get or see a kavash, you can go to vastucreations.com. Also, that's where you could select a reading, astrology reading, Vastu reading, or learn Vedic astrology as well. Thank you so much for listening. Again, may he rest in peace.